Hi again. We're about to do another video because I just found out that my baby's daddy is a ways away from here. So I like how I look in this jump. Okay, girl. Okay. With my big ass. Okay. I'm digging that. Because usually I feel like I look like a big potato. But I like how this looks. Okay. Now, I'm wearing this with that bodysuit that I was wearing in the video where I was like showing off food finds. This area is so messy. I'm about to clean it up within the next couple of days and stuff. I'm going to do a deep house cleaning and stuff, but I'm just going to stand up and show you guys, like, ooh, if you can see me. But, ooh. But yeah, I like this. I got this from eBay. It's the Mean Girls jumpsuit, and I think I got the biggest size they had, which is either an XX large or an X large. I think it's XX large, though. I don't think it's a triple X large because I don't think they made it in that size. But yeah, I like how it looks. I mean, this isn't my first time wearing it, but this is my first time seeing myself on camera. The way that this records me, it like shows a lot more of me than my other camera did. The way that it, like, so when I say, oh, my background is messy, you really get to see how messy my background is with this. Whereas the other one, I'll say my background is messy and you might see a little something, but you ain't gonna see everything because I'm like, I ain't stupid. So anyway, but I like how this looks. Anyway, I'm wearing it with the, oh, sorry. Peep show. I'm wearing it with this bodysuit that I got from Forever 21 a while ago. And I just wanted to wear it. Like, it's one of those things where on the rack, it looked super cute. Not on the rack, sorry. On the model, it looked super cute because I bought it online when Forever 21 was still active. I don't know what's going on with them now. Last I heard, they were out of business. But anyway, yeah, I bought it and I thought, okay, by the way, I'm wearing a different pair of glasses. It's a long story, but I'll go ahead and tell you. Okay, let me finish Forever 21 and then I'll get to the glasses because, you know, I jump from topic to topic to topic. Okay, so when Forever 21 was still in business, I had bought a bunch of clothes. One of the things I bought was this cute bodysuit, but it's like, and I bought a bunch of other cute clothes from them, but, you know, I feel like they're more for if I was about 30 pounds lighter, you know, that they would look better on me. Well, duh, but you know what I mean? Like, even though they fit me, they don't fit me, some of them. Not everything, but some of them, you know? So anyway, there's that. About this tracksuit that I got. It is a old tracksuit from, it's newer to me. It's not new to me, but it's newer to me. Like I got it within the last year, but I think it's from a few years ago that Juicy Couture at Sam's Club had done a collaboration with Mean Girls or something. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. I'm going to get it. At first, I was going to get the dark one, the black one, or the blue one. And those sold out. And so I was like, okay, I can do the pink. So I got the pink and I actually like it. So there you go. And the reason why I'm commenting on it is because I can see it like more clearly in this camera. And I'm like, oh, this is actually cute. I like it. So anyway, there's that. And I know you couldn't see me the greatest standing up because it's the way the camera is set up. It's, you know, so sorry about that. Now, next, my glasses. I need new glasses so effing bad, okay? It's not an issue of money, because thank God my mommy's got me. So that's not really the problem. It's actually just freaking going and getting an eye exam and everything. I have not had an eye exam now in going on 6 years. These are 6-year-old glasses, or almost 6-year-old glasses. Later this year, they'll be 6 years old. So these were not the pair that I was wearing. If you saw me in videos where I had my glasses on, I was wearing The other pair, I had gotten them at the same time, two pairs of glasses, but I preferred the other pair at the time, and so those were the pair that I would wear. Well, the other night, my glasses, which were already loose, had fallen. These are not loose on me really, but the other ones were loose. They fell off my face onto the floor in front of me. And before it happened, I knew what was going to happen. I just got that quick glimpse, like, ah, shit. My daughter ran over to me, jumping up and down, and she literally broke the glasses, which I was not mad at her for. And I would be honest, if I was upset, I really wasn't. Because, and I think a part of why I wasn't upset is, for one, I have the backup pair. And I need to go get a new exam. Anyway, my mother and I both need to go get a new exam. She's the same way. She hasn't had hers. And we got ours both at the same time, which was in 2020. Okay, year of COVID was our last eye exam. That's crazy. Anyway, but I was going to say, and I could tell my eyesight has gone way down since then. It was already horrible, but now I feel like I should be getting a check for it. I mean, it's really bad. Anyway, but what I was going to say is that a part of why I wasn't mad, and I was telling her this, is because I already saw it. Before she even did it, I knew what was coming. It was so, I almost want to say serendipitous or something, but I mean, it was just like, I'll call it surreal, but I already knew. I was like, yep, perfect storm. My glasses literally just fall off my face, hit the floor. I don't pick them up in time. She comes bouncing around, mommy, and then they get broken. So and she was really upset about it. And I let her know, like, I'm not mad at you. You're fine. It's cool. Mommy's got another pair. It's no big deal. So that's the story on my glasses. So yeah, I don't mind that. Like, I guess because I'm also kind of getting used to them or something, this new pair, or a lot new pair, but new to me pair, I don't mind wearing these like I did the other ones. I want this video to be about, I'm so sorry, I took the long way around. I want this video to be about my hair. So I'm not going to do this again, but in my previous video, I unraveled one of my braids, and the purpose was, ooh, shrinkage. Okay, it stops right here, but it stretches to here. But anyway, on that note, let's see about this one. Okay, this one stops where? Like right here, but it stretches. This one doesn't stretch as far. It stretches like right there where my finger is. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that I have been complaining for quite some time, not ad nauseum or anything, but I've just been complaining a lot about how, like, my hair does not get past a certain length. A few years ago, a woman became internet infamous for saying that black hair doesn't grow. And a lot of black women, we have this thing. And I know it's not just us, by the way. I know we're not the only ones, but it's still like, because I'm in our community, I'm just like, okay, here we go with the hypocritical shit. All right. We have this thing that when someone points out something obvious about our community, then and it's an unflattering, obvious thing, then we get in our feelings sometimes. And then we start arguing against it. But when no one's pointing it out, then we're more comfortable acknowledging something is true, if you know what I mean. As long as nobody points it out. Like if we, I'm not going to be controversial and bring up certain things, but it's just certain things that's how we are. Okay. So here's why I mention it. One of the things is when it comes to retaining length as a black woman. A part of why black women really do not like to cut our hair sometimes, some of us, is because we know that it is more difficult for us to attain length. Is our hair growing? Of course it's growing. If it wasn't growing, then after all the things you do to your hair, you wouldn't have any, right? Or you'd have hardly any if it wasn't growing. So yeah, we know it's growing, but holding on to the length of your hair is a whole nother story. And I am one of those people that I do, okay, full disclosure, the one thing I don't do is grease my hair. I don't grease my hair, okay? I don't. And maybe that's the missing ingredient. I don't know. But I know other people, like, okay, I'll take my mom for an example. My mother, it does not matter what that lady does to her hair will grow long. Okay? It does not matter. So, and I've known other people like this too, that they don't have to do anything to their hair to get their hair to get length. I'm one of those people, though, that me just leaving my hair alone is not enough to get my hair to grow. Unless I maybe dreaded it. Maybe if I got some dreadlocks, which I am not a big fan of dreadlocks. Controversial take. I'm sorry. I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not a fan of them. That's me being completely honest. Okay. I'm not a fan of them. I have seen some look good, but they're just not my preference, and definitely not for myself are they my preference. And so, like, maybe if I did do dreadlocks, though, I would notice my hair getting super long. I don't know. But I know as it is, my hair pretty much stays the same effing length. And the longest that my hair has been thus far in recent years was postpartum. Like about a year or so after having my baby, I like my hair, you know how I was like kind of stretching my hair out and stuff. It was way longer, you know, than all of this. Like it looked kind of similar, but it was thicker in texture and it was longer, like especially the stretch of it compared to the stretch of it here. Again, not that this isn't cute stretch and stuff, but it's, you know, it was just different. And then something happened where I lost, I guess, a few inches of length or something. And I used to wash and wear my hair every day. Now I've brought it down to like about once a week, once every week and a half, something like that, sometimes twice a week, you know. But like I don't wash my hair as often. And that hasn't helped because, you know, I've been told, oh, black hair doesn't need to be washed as often and da-da-da. And I do, like, you know, keep up my hair's freshness and stuff, you know, and brushing my hair and things like that. And I don't brush it all the time, but, you know, like I brush it, I keep it braided, and still, where is my length? Okay, like, where is my husband? Where's my length? And it just stays about the same. Again, the one thing I don't do is the hair grease stuff, but okay. I'm a big believer that at the end of the day, life may seem unfair because one person, okay, like with weight loss, I may have to live on calorie restriction for the rest of my life and be mindful of carbohydrates because I'm more predisposed to gaining weight. Whereas like somebody else who is naturally height-to-weight proportionate may not have to do all that, right? And I may feel like, well, that's not fair because they don't have to do it and da-da-da. So if it's true that I just need to start greasing my hair and all that stuff, whatever, then maybe that's what it is. But it's just that for quite some time, like I said, my hair has mostly stayed within the same length range, you know, and I would love to have long hair. Like I was, and what kind of brought this topic up is I was watching Chrissy's video talking down on like Cardi B's hair care or the concept of it, not the actual hair care products, because she hasn't tried them. And I love Chrissy, Team Chrissy for life. Okay, so I'm not coming for Chrissy. But she was, saying how she has long, natural Afro textured hair, and how it's easy to grow black hair and all this stuff, with proper care. And that the reason why a lot of us don't have long hair is because of what we do to our hair. And I'm like, but I don't do that shit you're talking about, ma'am. I love you, Chrissy, but I don't do what you're talking about. And my hair is still stuck at a certain length. And sidebar, I see a lot of other black women the same way. It's like, if you're a black woman who you naturally have hair that rivals Caucasian and non-black hair and like length retention and everything, then you are a fucking unicorn, just like that one woman said, who said black hair doesn't grow. Just like that one woman said, it is true. And then when we try to have these conversations, then you'll have some woman who will sometimes have a looser curl pattern, aka like type, no more than type 4A, but usually like below type 4A, like 3C, 3B, 3A kind of bullshit, popping up and saying, I'm black and look at my natural hair. And it's like, bitch, you don't have traditional black hair. Would you stop? I know you want some fucking attention, but you don't. So would you seriously go sit down somewhere, okay? Respectfully. And I'm not jealous of you. I promise I'm not. I don't, listen, I wouldn't even know about you if you didn't pop your ass into the conversation that ain't got shit to do with you. But that's cute that you have naturally long hair. But understand that most of us, that's not the case. In my experience, most black women, in my experience, I'm just going to say it, and I don't care who gets offended by it because I'm sick of this shit, do not have the same natural length as our non-black counterparts. Go fight somebody else, okay? Unless you got some fucking dreadlocks, and especially if you have type 4 hair, you do not typically have the same length retention that non-black women have. That's not meant to be anti-black. I'm just saying it like it is. There is a reason why a lot of us, not everybody, but a lot of us turn to wigs and weaves and all that kind of stuff. It is not a coincidence, and it's not all protective. It is because a lot of us desire long hair. That's why the one influencer that I really love, in particular, Too Much Mouth, aka Shanine, love her to pieces. She's Haitian American, and I believe she has, she's somewhere in the type 4 category, and she has super long hair. When I see this girl show off her super long hair, and I've seen this a handful of times, but namely her, I am just like, how can you have all that long, gorgeous hair and you're putting a wig on top of it? But maybe she feels like the wig helps protect her natural hair. I think that is where she's coming from. But it's just hilarious because her natural hair looks like the damn wigs that she puts on. Which, I mean, I guess is ideally would be the case, right? But it's just like, wow. It's crazy. She has gorgeous hair, Now, I will say I'm jealous of her. How about that? But no, I'm not jealous of someone who pops up, like with type 3 and below hair, talking about they're just like me. No, you're not. And that's okay that you're not, but you're not. And you just want some attention, respectfully, because in our community, the further you are away from blackness, but still with the one drop rule, quote unquote, then you get elevated. That's just the truth of it. Go fight somebody else. I'm not playing with people today. Listen, I'm hungry and I'm tired. I ain't playing with nobody. Okay, so there's that. But yeah, I don't know what to do to get my hair longer. I mean, I've even thought about doing a big chop on my hair. I've thought about it, so I don't know. We'll see. But let me clarify. I would not do it until I got to about goal weight. So as long as I am in the 200 plus club, I'm just gonna hold on to this, okay? Because I'm not confident enough to just say, let me just shave it all off. But I do want to do it. I want to shave it. Oh, another thing, totally, well, on topic, off topic, but it's about my hair color. So this is a very clear camera, okay? I'm showing off my gray hairs. I don't know how well you guys can see. I'm sure you can see the temples because I've seen the temples on camera and stuff. But it's some gray strands mixed in throughout and stuff. I have not colored my hair in probably close to 20 years was the last time I colored my hair. And I've been wanting to color my hair. Like, I have really, really been wanting to color my hair. Well, anyway, I've been wanting to do blonde on my hair. And I've also just been wanting to cover up these grays. And I'm just like, they're there, but they're not like super bad. I mean, they're bad to me, but they're not like, if I was talking about my gray hair and like, I'm embracing my gray hair, everybody, people wouldn't take that seriously because it's not that much. Like, if that makes any sense. Like, I've seen people my age with real gray. You know who's got a lot of gray? And I'm not saying this in an offensive way because I love this man to pieces. I love him down, okay? If he were straight, oh my gosh. Okay, so just, I love him down. But Funky Dineva has a lot of gray. And I saw he got into it with that one chick. I don't know her name. I almost want to call her Keisha, but that may not be her name. The one from America's Next Top Model, the one who Tyra was like, we were rooting for you. I was rooting for you. That chick. He and her knew each other in Florida, as I understand, before America's Next Top Model or something like that. And anyway, they got into a nasty exchange. Both of them ought to be ashamed of themselves. I'm just gonna say it, okay? And I love me some Funky. I don't really know her very well, but I love me some Funky, but I'm like, Funky, okay? That was stank, okay? So they both, got nasty with each other. But on that note, I think, like, either he said something or somebody was commenting about him during that exchange and was talking about his gray beard. And, so like, and he's a little bit younger than me. He was 83, I'm 82. So, I like, for my age, it's like, it's not that horrible, but it's not fabulous either, if that makes any sense. I don't know. But yeah, and I thought to myself, I'm like, if I shave off all my head, or like all my hair, what if most of it comes back gray? I don't think if most of it'll be gray, but I'll definitely have some gray mixed in there and it's gonna look weird. I don't know. But yeah, so I want to color my hair. I was thinking about getting braids before my family vacation this year. I was thinking about getting braids, and if I do, I might color my hair first. So we'll see. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just in the mood to do content. I'm waiting on my baby's daddy, and we're gonna go out to eat and all that stuff. And so yeah, y'all are gonna be sick of me because I'm just like talking about different things that have been on my mind. But yeah, I just want Black women to be honest about the hair topic, and quit playing games in people's faces and acting like our length retention is equivalent to all the other groups of women, because in my experience, it is not. Okay. And it definitely is not for me. Okay. And it's so funny. I will see like a white woman or non-Black woman who will have shoulder length hair. I mean, it might be barely touching the shoulders, but whatever. Or, and they'll act like their hair is so fucking short because many of them are like more so than the average African-American woman in my experience can grow hair that's like mid back and whatever. So in their minds, this like shoulder length is short hair, whereas in my community, I've heard shoulder length as long hair because, again, length retention hits differently in our community. And I'm living proof of that, you know. But yeah, I really want to color my hair so bad. I don't know what the hell I'm doing though. And I don't have a lot of money to be going to a salon and having them do it. So I don't know. But I really want to get it done. I love the texture of my hair. I have what I believe to be 4B hair. It's definitely not 4C, and it's not 4A either, because 4A hair is a looser curl pattern than mine. But so I think I'm in between the two. And I love my hair in terms of the texture of it, but now the color is starting to bother me because of the grays, okay? The grays. And also the length, That's why I get on camera with wigs on. Like, if my natural hair was long, then I would just wear my natural hair all the time, So... And I've grown more insecure, especially since I don't wash and wear my hair all the time. I've grown more insecure about my natural hair. Like the way that my hair is right now, and I know it's not actually like styled or anything, but I threw it in some braids, and then I was like, you know what? How about, like, I'm going to tell you the look I was going for. If you see the videos of me with my girlfriend, the style that she had her hair, I was trying to imitate that look a little bit because I thought it was really cute. And I'm like, oh, let me see if I could play with that. But she did hers neat. I don't even use a comb. No kidding. I could use a comb, but I just didn't use a comb. I just started like braiding hair randomly, and then just, left two braids out, and then put the other two, or not the other two, the other braids in a bun on each side of my head. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye.